This is going to be one heck of a video. This is the truth about the 2026 Dynasty rookie class. We've already made a couple videos ranking these guys. We've already made a couple mock draft videos. We're going to do a quick mock, just populate up this big board, break down each of the film on these players real quick, and then kind of just go over the value cliff and whether or not you should be trading your picks for real life players that already have value. Specifically in the late first, we're going to head over to Keep Trade Cut, do some ranking analysis. Name number one this season is going to be Jeremiah Love. We got tons and tons of notes on these guys. We're just going to do things quick. Jeremiah Love, all you need to know is that he is potentially the next Bijan Robinson or better. He's probably a better ranked prospect than Ashton Jennedy. He'll be a top 5 pick in this year's draft. Jordan Tyson is a good route runner. He'll probably be coming in here at the 2nd overall pick in your rookie redraft. And this is a bit concerning for me. He's very talented. He has very good upside, but he was banged up throughout his college career. The production was good when healthy, but this guy hurt his leg, hurt his shoulder. Like, I want to see him pass some physicals before I give him this capital. Number 3 is Carnell Tate. Carnell Tate is solid. He's actually surprisingly getting draft buzz where he could potentially be a top 5 pick. He could potentially go before Tyson as the number 1 receiver. We'll see how the combine plays out. We're still early on in the process. If that happens, I still would probably keep things the same right here. Carnell Tate is good at everything. Very good body control, excellent body control, but he doesn't excel at anything either. Like, he hasn't had a 1,000-yard receiving season. He broke out in 2025 in terms of touchdowns. He had like 9, 10, 11. Let's pull up his profile right here. I got the notes on all these guys. Carnell Tate had 9 receiving touchdowns, 840 receiving yards, not too bad. Buried on the depth chart behind Jeremiah Smith. Played behind some other great receivers as well. Ibuka, JSN. Ohio State receiver is all you need to know right here. Number 4 is where things start getting a little bit tricky. Who could go number 4? Mekhi Lemon will probably be the 4th guy off your board in your draft if the draft was today. Problem with Mekhi Lemon, he produced. Like, Mekhi Lemon, let's just say one thing though. He's 5'11", 190 pounds. He's undersized. It's scary. It's scary. He's also, like, he's a slot receiver, 70% in the slot, 30% out wide. Comps out to Amon-Ra St. Brown pretty well, but he put up 1,200 receiving yards, 11 TDs in a collegiate season. That's pretty dang solid. The production's there. He's going to have the draft capital. He'll be a round 1 player if all things go according to plan. I'd be shocked if he wasn't. So I do like him here in this 4 spot. Just keep in mind, he's a slow, undersized receiver. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of scary. It's kind of like Tyson. These guys both have their concerns. And Carnell Tate, I think he's just good. Like, the floor is high on Tate, but the ceiling is probably capped. 5th overall, this isn't really important for the actual, mock to be correct. I'm going to put Mendoza here in the 5th spot. This guy looked real solid against Oregon recently, and he doesn't have the rushing upside, so, like, I'm personally not going to be suggesting taking Mendoza this high. Some quarterback needy team probably will. We saw Cam Ward going in the 1st round, early 1st in the prior season's drafts. So I think Mendoza is just a solid selection somewhere around here. I'm going to throw my guy Denzel Boston up here in the 6th spot. This is where it's like, I think there's a value cliff right here, to be completely honest. It's not a big one, though. Denzel Boston, he's 6'4", he's 210 pounds. He's a big body receiver. He's slow. He plays very physical, 60% out wide. He does have some slot usage, I guess, then. Comps out to, like, the Big Q, Quentin Johnston, Ted McMillan. 881 receiving yards, 11 touchdowns. He almost had an identical season the year prior, so there's some consistency there as well. I think he's going to be a solid option. I think he'll probably have late round 1 draft capital. I'm fine taking Denzel Boston here at the 106. I don't know if Dante Moore is going to actually be coming out. If Dante Moore does come out, he'll probably be going somewhere around this 1.7, 1.8, 1.9. He's got more rushing upside than Mendoza, people are saying. I mean, I still don't think Dante Moore is a great selection. At the 1.7 and the 1.8, let's put our next 2 RBs, Jadarian Price, Jonah Coleman. If I had to choose between these 2 guys right now, I'd say they both stink. And the hit rate's probably, it's going to be solid. But these guys, one of them will probably go day 2 in round 2 of the draft. One of them will probably go round 3. The reason I'm scared of Jadarian Price, and the reason I have him at the 108 in this pick, is that in 2025, he had 6 receptions. In 2024, he had 4 receptions. And in 2023, he had 5 receptions. So he's obviously been buried behind the best running back of all time, Jeremiah Love. So we don't know. If Jadarian Price can catch a football. I would assume not. Like, don't give me, I don't like the whole he's buried on the depth chart argument, because they see this guy in practice every single day. The coaches would give him more targets, if he was some insane catcher of the football. So I don't think that's just going to randomly happen at the NFL level, which scares me for the third down, the receiving role. And Jonah Coleman's kind of the opposite right here. Jonah Coleman is 5'9", 230 pounds. Like, we're all like, stop going to Krispy Kreme. He's a very good receiving back, though, and very good at pass pro. Could be one of the best pass pro backs in this draft. So I think if one of them goes day 2, I wouldn't be surprised if it is Jonah Coleman. What I will say here is that he had 350 receiving yards, not too shabby. Again, went to Krispy Kreme one too many times, went to Arby's, whatever you want to say. A little bit heavier, a little bit slower. But I think Jonah Coleman could have some upside in the league. This is where the value cliff really happens for me. Like, I get it. Like, if you want to throw Kenyon Sadiq up here as the first tight end, especially in a tight end premium league, I'm fine with Sadiq going around here. I'm fine with Moore going around there. Concepcion, like, I'm not high on any of these guys after, right? So after this 109 range in your rookie draft, it gets bad. I'm not happy. Like, we don't even need to fly through these guys' profiles. Concepcion, dart throw. Elijah Surratt, dart throw. I don't think Justice Haynes is that good. I think he's the most mid running back of all time. He's just a true definition of mediocre for me personally. Not excited about that. Ty Simpson, I'm surprised this guy even decided to come out and declare for the draft. He must know something we don't. This is, again, a quarterback needy team might come up here and take him. I'm personally not going to be taking him in this range. Nick Singleton is my own personal, I'm taking a shot right here. I saw this guy play at Penn State. I came out of Penn State myself. And I think Singleton has a good receiving skill set. He's older. He was washed in 2025 for sure. But you can see, and you can see the rest of these prospects like Johnson. A lot of people are saying Emmett Johnson does have a lot of good upside. Emmett Johnson had a very good production profile. I think he had like 1,500 rushing yards and 300 receiving yards. Produced very well. But analytically, in terms of athleticism, we don't know if he comps out great there. Kind of reminds me of Caleb Johnson from last year. What you have to know, I mean, Eli Stowers, upside shot as well. He could be getting drafted before Kenyon Sadiq. But the rest of this draft board, and Chris Brazell, he should probably be higher than this as well. Let's swap out, because I don't like Justice Haynes at all, to be honest. And I'm fine actually keeping him down here on this mock. Chris Bell. Chris Bell is an interesting one. Another dart throw. Tore his ACL or whatever. Chris Bell could have been inside this first round if he stayed healthy. And he probably could have went in the first round IRL as well. So Chris Bell is a name to keep an eye on for sure. Katron Allen, better rusher than Singleton, but besides that, not great receiving role. Jacoby Lane, LJ Martin, Hemby, it doesn't matter. What I want to point out here is the second round is full of like dart throws. Like last year we had Scatabo and I was excited. Last year you had Trey Harris, who was a swing and a miss. Jaden Higgins. I just feel like, there's a big cliff after this 109 this season, making your late first. I'd be looking to move that for sure. I'd honestly, if you have after the 106, like if you have the 107 and on, I'd be looking to move that for a good actual value player, and especially in the second round. Now, people are going to come out saying it, and you're right. There's going to be guys that are second round, third round picks, fourth round picks even, that are, random shots in the dark they hit. Last season, I personally was advocating. I took it myself in my Dynasty League. I had no first or second round picks last year. Don't ask why. But I traded up into the third, end of the fourth, and I had multiple picks. I took Harold Fannin last year. I took Gunnar Helm, and I think Gunnar Helm's a good stash, by the way. So I had Fannin, I had Helm. I hit on both of them. Who else? I hit on Woody Marks. Woody Marks was a good selection. I hit on Gatson, too. I drafted Gatson. Call me a genius, whatever you want to say. But there are going to be those random shot-in-the-dark type players. But I'm just saying right now, like, it looks weak in the second round. It looks weak in the back half of the first. All of that to say, let's come over and see what your first-round picks could actually be worth. If we take a look, 2027 first-round picks are actually, early first specifically, is more value than a 2026 right now on Keep Trade Cut, mostly because of Jeremiah Smith. But your first-round pick, you can send your early first for one of these guys, but your early first is going to have value this year, which is what we just came out and looked at on our quick little rookie mock draft right there. Mid first, for me, that means like 4, 5, 6, maybe 7. So again, pick 7. This is where, all right, maybe you can send pick 7 for one of these guys, and look who's there. My favorite trade target right now, Brian Thomas Jr. Welcome home. You are a member of whoever's team is watching this video. Go send your mid or late first for BTJ and see what you can do. I honestly don't mind getting Chase Brown because Chase Brown has been producing on the Bengals. I don't think they're going to be replacing him anytime soon. And would you rather have Chase Brown or would you rather have Mr. Jonah Coleman or Mr. Who's the other bum we were mentioning? Let's go back to the draft board. Would you rather have Jadarian Price? I'd rather have Chase Brown, who just had a pretty solid season, especially when Joe Burrow is healthy. Let's take a look at what the late first is going to be able to get you here. You got to scroll down because people know, man. Would I rather have a late first or a shot at Kyle Pitts? You know, if you're going to be in this range where you're drafting, oh, well, that's me. If you're going to be in this range where you're drafting, you know, one of these tight ends, Kenyon Sadiq or Eli Stowers anyway, maybe in the late first, I'll just take Kyle Pitts, who just had his breakout season potentially, might be signing with the Chiefs in free agency. I don't mind that shot either. But what I'm trying to say is there are guys that are producers. These guys are producers currently in the league, and you can send your late first for them instead of taking one of these shots on the dark and, you know, the hit rate being what I think is going to be lower in the late first. Early first, I think you'll be fine. Late first, you'll probably hit on some of these guys. And then second round, I think the hit rate's going to be low this year, which is why if you look at the second round pick values, you can see the second round pick values are lower than 2027 as well. But if we look at the 2026 early second, I'd much rather be trading these picks for guys that are already producers in the league. So the second round pick, this is kind of what I'd be looking at. I'd be looking to send these second round picks, sayonara, and go get some real producers that we already know. Hope this video helped you out. Hope you enjoyed this video. Join the Patreon, join the Discord. See you in the next one.